All right, well, we're going to move on to the final topic that I wanted to hit on today, and that is about, again, government. There's a theme here. I wanted to talk about the fact that the United States and the UK governments issued a cybersecurity advisory today on Russian threat actor activity. So this advisory was published by the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, CISA. We talk about that a lot, but sometimes I hate to throw acronyms out there and just assume everybody knows what an acronym stands for. So CISA is the U.S. Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, which is a mouthful. And the UK's National Cybersecurity Center, the FBI, and the NSA. And this report, this advisory, was focused on Russian foreign intelligence, the Russian Foreign Intelligence Service, and they called it SVR, and their tactics and their techniques and their procedures that they use to target victims, and really how their methods have evolved. And again, so what the landscape, the cybersecurity landscape is a constantly evolving landscape. And so these organizations came together to publish this report and to provide some best practices to defend against that. In the show notes, I'll include a link to the full advisory. So there was another alert published by CISA on April 26th. And in that report, they outlined sort of the Russian operations and trends, and really how to think about kind of working through these if you're a network defender. And this report, we mentioned SolarWinds earlier, and this report also provided some additional details on the SolarWinds attack, which was spearheaded by these same Russian SVR threat actors. What was interesting about the SolarWinds attack, what happened there is we saw malicious updates from compromised SolarWinds systems, and that breached hundreds of organizations. We don't yet know the full scope of the damage, and we won't for a long time. Last year, we saw that same group of threat actors targeting vaccine R&D operations around the world. And this involved malware that was tracked as something called WellMess and WellMail. And what caught my eye here when I was looking at this information is that one of the things they highlighted in this report is that, as we've talked, threat actors are agile and they're adaptable. They're extremely adaptable. And for instance, with the wellness and the WellMess and the WellMail instances, as soon as they were detected, they pivoted and they started doing something different. And what happened here, which I thought was really fascinating and frightening, is that they started using Sliver, which is a security testing tool that was developed by Bishop Fox, which is an offensive security assessment firm. Okay, so an offensive security assessment firm is just like it sounds, right? Their whole job is to be out there on the offense, providing tools and probably services that help organizations be on the offense, okay, rather than be defensive about security. So Sliver is a legitimate tool that's used for adversary simulation. You want to protect your network, you use Sliver, right? And so what's scary about that is that, now part of this new report that's out is on helping organizations detect Sliver, see if it's in use, and then try to figure out if it's a legitimate use or a malicious use. Mm-hmm. Like, again, think about, to me, wrap your head around, this is a good tool by a good company that's doing good things. And these smart SVR threat actors pivoted to use this tool to help them do what it is they want to do. So to me, that's really, really, really interesting. But what I want to end here with is just in terms of my own comments, is that it's really important to understand that these threat actors are they are incredibly smart, and they are incredibly, I've used the word agile. They are looking for vulnerabilities, and they're using technology to help them spot, they're scanning the internet. They're using technology to help them spot vulnerabilities. Some of the biggest ones recently, and that are still very active, and that the government warns against, warns organizations who haven't perhaps yet patched these vulnerabilities include Of course, the Microsoft Exchange servers, many of them remain unpatched. VMware's vCenter server product is on the list of the top 5 that are focused on. Fortinet, FortiGate VPN, the Pulse Secure Connect VPN, which we talked about last week, is on the list. Citrix Application Delivery Controller and Gateway. And one more, Cinecore Zimbra Collaboration Suite. So there 5 things plus Microsoft Exchange servers that the government in this advisory is warning, do not let your guard down if you use any of these products and you haven't yet updated and patched. So it's a lot.